the NACE conference in Phoenix, Arizona 2024. We are Rightsy Executive Interview Series, Voices of Higher Education Edition. Welcome to the show, Tracey. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in.
I'm excited about being here today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please tell us, what your name is, what your title, and what institution you work at.
Well, my name is Tracey Jackson, and I serve as the director for the Office of Career Service at Xavier University. I'm excited about being here at this year's NACE. It's real exciting.
Wow. So tell me what brings you to conferences like NACE? Is it the networking? Is it to learn about new tools? Like what's the reason why you come to places like this?
Well, when I come to NACE, I am excited about first the networking. I'm excited about the collaboration among the universities, and I'm excited about the new products. It keeps us up to date of what's happening with our changing global society. So I'm so excited about that. So when I come to NACE, I'm going to the different booths, I'm talking to different universities, because everything that go on at other universities, we can always help and share information so that we can better serve our students.
I like that. I think collaboration, sharing is a good thing. And, a lot of the times we work in silos in our institutions. And so when we can get out and we can speak to, other people doing the same jobs that we're doing, but at their schools, you could share resources, share tools. What's it been like? It's 2024. Right? We have artificial intelligence now. So when you were coming to NACE, maybe a couple years ago, well, what's been the difference? Like, has it been just a complete technological swing, or, has it been kind of, the same as it was these last few years, or has it been drastically different?
Well, the world is changing, and yes, it is different, and AI is here to stay. So therefore, being exposed to products and being exposed to knowing how to utilize AI in my work with my students, it has been just so valuable. And bringing that back to Xavier to say, hey, these are some of the things that are happening, and we need to address this. AI is here to stay, and we need to address it. In career services, we have had to address it because we're seeing resumes and we're seeing documentation that is AI, and we're now addressing that with our students to say, hey, this tool is wonderful, but yet we need to teach you how to use it. So we use it as a teachable moment.
We have to bring the human element back to it.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
definitely.
I like that. What got you started in higher education? Did you always work in higher education? Have you been in the career services department, or what's been your career journey?
Wow. That is a wonderful question, because one of the things that started me, I've been an educator for many, many years, so I'm not going to tell my age, which I don't mind telling it, but I'm not going to tell my age. But I've been in education a very long time, and I've been in private sector, public sector, special ed, regular ed, teaching, and then I was in corporate.
Okay.
And then I went to nonprofit. And then, of course, we talk about everything. I'm from New Orleans.
Okay.
And so we talk about everything
Know ya?
I'm NOLA.
Oh, yeah.
So you talk about everything post and pre-Katrina. And so I relocated and came back and realized that one of the things that was happening in my neighborhood, coming back to New Orleans, was that people were not prepared. And so one of the things I wanted to do was, I always said I want to go into higher ed. I was completely.
Were you in lower ed
I was
education?
in lower ed at that time.
Junior high, high school, elementary school?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I want to go into higher ed, because I had been helping people with their resumes and preparing for interviews. And so I said, I want to go to higher ed and do this, because I want to see more students, frankly, looking like me.
Sure.
Who are going into college, but also preparing for the professional life. And so applied, and I started working for PWI, which is very popular PWI and in New Orleans, as a career advisor.
Okay.
And I was there, career advisor. 3 months later, I was senior career advisor. Then I was the employer relations manager and assisting the director. And then I had the opportunity to work at an HBCU, and that's at Xavier University, the last 7.5 years. And going in as a program manager for a career pathway. UNCF had a career pathway grant.
Okay.
And that was an opportunity to change the way we do career service. And at Xavier University, and I went in and interim director and now director and, a part of just being a part of the provost leadership team. And, I've been excited about my journey. And because of that journey, I'm able to share that with my students, because our students today, they think, oh, I'm going to get that job right away. But it's a journey.
It's a journey, and they got to make sure that, their personal branding is really on point, making sure that, in this world of AI, that it's not robotic, making sure that you could stand out from the pack, and actually utilizing AI to be very granular as opposed to just being very wide, right? And so if you're a marketing associate, that's not the same as a software developer. So you need to make sure you adjust your resume, you adjust your cover letters, you adjust your personal branding. And so that's awesome. What are some of the initiatives that your institution has undertaken to promote, DEI within the school?
Well, one of the things that when we look at the career service and promoting DEI, I have a formula when I'm approached by different recruiters and different companies from all over. And my formula is intention.
Take notes, y'all.
Intentional.
Okay.
Intentional recruiting, making it's I.
It's
I love intentional
it. Okay.
interest and investment.
Okay.
I want you to have intentional recruiting. That means I want you to have a plan when you come to Xavier University.
Okay.
I want you to already have a plan. Don't tell me that, we're thinking about, it's part of our, things that we need to do. For instance, I've had a company that came in and it was like a part of their checklist to contact a HBCU in New Orleans. And it was like, what is the
We're not
follow-up?
a checkbox.
We're not a checkbox.
Exactly.
We have some amazing students at Xavier University, and they bring so much. And there's almost nowhere in this world, because Xavier is all about the serving as just and humane, to serve as leaders across the global society.
Exactly.
And that is what Xavier teaches their students when they come to Xavier.
I like that.
And so, I want to make sure that when you are coming, you have already a plan for our students. Then I want to make sure that your interest is more than just,
checking a box.
Checking a box.
We hire from a diverse pool.
Exactly. What is your interest? Are you posting a job? What interest do you have? Do you have an interest in a particular department? A particular major? Yeah. What type of student are you really looking for? We want to make sure of that. Then investment. How are we going to take this a step further? And I've had companies come in and say, hey, I want to invest in the students. So let's see how we can invest in the students. I've had a company come in and say, hey, what is your need in the career service? Or what do you see that the students are in need of to help them be successful? And success may not be with that particular company, it might be with another company, but they were able to help that student be successful. So how can I invest in that? And
I like that.
We've had
like education education programs in the sense of classes, but like maybe like a module, like if it's a management program that they want entry-level managers, they come and do a 4-week management session with the kids or something like that.
Exactly.
I like that.
And investment doesn't always mean monetary.
Correct.
We're not always looking for money.
Right. Resources,
we're
tools.
looking for resources, tools. How can we make this better?
Seats at the table.
Yes, seats at the table.
Yeah.
How can I prepare my students to really compete with others? What can I do?
Man, I love it. First of all, I love your energy. I think that it's awesome. You need people like yourself, leaders that love what they do, right? And so that's awesome. What has been some of the most rewarding things as, a director of career services at Xavier for you?
Well, for me, it's seeing the student get the light. When that light comes on, like, wow, I got it. A lot of times,
them getting the job.
Them getting the job, but also the light of, I really, they may come in their minds that this is what I want to do. So they put all their eggs in one basket.
Ooh, that's a good point.
So they put all the eggs in one basket, and you're asking, or they might have one egg.
Right, and they don't know what they want to do.
What they want
to do. Exactly.
And so seeing that student go, wow, this is what I want to do. In our career service, we start with our students. The first, when they first walk on our campus, we start with with their first year college experience classes. We are integrated. The career service is integrated into that first year college career class,
Sure.
which means that they are assigned a career advisor,
Oh, I
and
like
there's
that.
an assessment tool that every first year student has to take.
So that's what you
And
get when you come to Xavier.
exactly. And that assessment tool says, it gives them just some, a little information about themselves and what they want to go into. Because when you come to Xavier, a lot of students will come and they say, I love chemistry. I love chemistry, and that's what I'm going into. But when they get to Xavier, chemistry might not love them. It may not love them. And if chemistry doesn't love them, that doesn't mean you can't go on to be a doctor or you can't go on to be into the medical field. We may just need to pivot and talk about what it is you can do in the medical field. But what I love about this assessment, it gives 15 pages of information about that student. So when we're sitting down with the student, and we can sit down with the parent, and we can talk about, hey, this is the plan, and they have a real plan.
You can get granular.
We can, exactly.
I love that. I think that's actually one of the missing things in career services. And so it's really a breath of fresh air to hear that you and Xavier are doing that, because it's not just about career service is not just about, hey, at the end of your term, how can I help you get a job?
Mm-hmm.
It's about starting from day one, working with you as a freshman, figuring out what works for you. And then, like you said, pivoting and then figuring out what you need to do to maybe add on to your skill sets during your course of your higher education path. So that's amazing.
Also, what's unique about what we do at Xavier is that we do not operate as a silo.
Okay.
We have the main office, and then I have embedded career advisors throughout the campus, which allows me to work with the academic advisors. It allows me to work with the department chairs. It allows me to work with the faculty and staff in those departments.
Yes.
So it makes it easy for us to communicate with them. And because I already have someone housed in that area, then we have our main office. And then what's so great that I hear a lot of people talk about at their universities, that I have the support of the administration.
Love it.
I report directly to the provost, and what's unique is that the president is always supporting whatever we do. He's like, "Whoa, let's contact the career service, make sure that things are coming through the career service." So having the administration support the initiatives of the office
So important.
has been so important, and it has helped us, just has helped the team. And then I have to shout out, I have a dynamic team.
Come on now.
When I tell you I have a dynamic
Same here.
team,
Oh,
they are awesome. And they make sure that we are servicing our students. I call it our assignment. It is
love
our
it.
assignment.
It's our
And
assignment.
so let's see what we need to do. It's our assignment. And so we make sure we're servicing our students.
I love that. If you can give a piece of advice to a new career services director that just takes their role, they just got their role, what would that piece of advice be to that new career services director?
I think my advice would be to a new career service director is first observe. See who your champions are on your campus, and then start working your plan. See where you can service your students and start working the plan. Be consistent and nurture the plan.
Consistency is key.
That is, when I tell you that is the key, because that helps to build, and it also helps to break down any type of barriers that might be there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. If you could give a piece of advice to a student that is, coming to the career services department for the first time, what would that be?
Well, that would be, first of all, the theme of the career service is to impact, inspire, and to motivate. And we will make sure that we're inspiring you. We will make sure we're impacting you. We'll make sure that we're motivating you. But we will make sure you have all the tools and resources that you need to be successful in the journey that you're deciding to go into.
So where do I sign up? I think I want to go to Xavier. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get my career going with you. I'm ready to do an assessment. I love that. I love your energy. I'm very appreciative. Well, thank you so much for, coming to this interview. We want to, shed light on the voices of higher education, and we feel that it's important to do content and share it with the world so that we can hopefully bring some more students your way at Xavier.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, if you can let everybody know how they can find you and how they can reach out and go from there.
Well, I'm Tracey Jackson, and I serve as the director of the Office of Career Services at Xavier University. You can contact me at tjax33@zula.edu, or you can contact Xavier University of Louisiana. You can find my information there. So thank you so much for having me, and feel free to contact me.
Thank you so much. We are another Rightsy Executive Interview Series, Voices of Higher Education, here with Tracey Jackson of Xavier. Thank you so much.
Thank you.